Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. We'll be right back to the show. But before we do, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, factormeals.com, where if you go to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50, you can get 50% off your first order. That's factormeals.com/unbroken50. If you're like me and you are a person who is busy trying to create a life, heal, work on their health, wealth, and relationships, and not to mention deal with the day-to-days of normal life, you do not have time to be going to the grocery store and trying to figure out what you're going to cook every single day of the week. In fact, one time I did the math and I realized I was spending over 15 hours a week at the grocery store and cooking. When I added Factor, I got to use that time for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my community, and for my business. And so if you're in the place where you need some more support in the kitchen, head to factormeals.com/unbroken50 and use the code unbroken50 to get 50% off. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show. But I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of life coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program. Ben Curtis, my man, what is going on today? I'm super excited. You are coming and speaking at Unbroken Con starting this December 13th. For those listening, you can join us at unbrokencon.com to register for free. Ben, you said a quote that I put on the website that really struck and hit home to me. You said, the only thing in the way of what you want and what you have is having the courage to ask for help.
What does that mean for you?
What that means for me is for most of my life, I didn't know how to ask for help and I tried to do things alone. And I find as a society, we still are trying to do so much on our own. We're taught in order to receive validation, love, or success that we need to do it by ourselves. And I really found in asking for help and allowing myself to receive the input from others, the medicine from others, the ideas from others, that infinitely my life has grown. And it's taken courage for me to reach out to ask for help and to be willing to receive it, because for those of us who are used to helping others, it's not always comfortable or familiar to receive it yourself. That's actually one of the things that I just believe is so important about our own self-care and being willing to develop ourselves. We can't do it in a bubble, in a cave. And I believe as humans, we're really designed to do it together, co-regulate our nervous systems. And so I believe reaching out is one of the greatest acts we can do.
We'll be right back to today's show, but first I need to ask you a question. Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling like you don't have the support to go to the next level in your healing journey? Are you feeling like you wish you had a little bit more support from not only myself, but the Unbroken Nation? Well, my friend, I want to invite you to come and join our live weekly coaching sessions in Think Unbroken. All you have to do is go to Keys, Keys, keys.thinkunbroken.com to sign up and join us today with 100% money back, no questions asked, guaranteed, and no contract or commitment. Every week for the next year, you can come and be a part of our live coaching sessions each Monday as we dive deep into not only answering your questions, but questions from the Unbroken Nation, and help you take all of the information that you learn in the podcast, in the courses, and other areas of this journey, bring them into your life and use it in a way that is practical, life-changing, and transformative. So my friend, join us at keys.thinkunbroken.com, and we will see you this Monday. Yeah, and you hit it right on the head. We created Unbroken Conference because for me, it's like I want to give the same tools that people like you and I have learned to radically change their lives. I mean, if anyone Googles Ben Curtis, they're going to find the ups and downs of your life, your career, what it's like to be the Delt guy, and then what it's like to make this transition into becoming this person who's a healer, who first and foremost healed themselves. And, I love the title of your presentation that you're going to be doing at Unbroken Con. For those who have not registered, make sure you go to unbrokencon.com to sign up. It's absolutely free to watch for free. But Ben's going to go deep. And trust me when I say that you're going to want to keep the recordings of this conversation, because his expertise will literally change your life, and you're going to need to hear it more than once. And if you grab the VIP, you get to keep the recordings for life. But if you do not, that's okay. You can come and watch for free. Ben, you're calling this talk How to Make a Comeback, Self-Sabotage to Success. What does self-sabotage actually mean? Because I think a lot of people hear it and it's a buzzword right now, but I don't think people really understand what it is.
That's a great question. First of all, I think it's a really important disclaimer. Everything I'm saying, you've got to make it your own. I believe we have to define these things for ourselves, and self-sabotage literally is that self-sabotage. So I can't define it for you who are listening. But for me, when I've sabotaged myself, what that means for me, and I related to it 30, 40 years ago, straight out of the womb, was those things I did to stop feeling, to numb out, to not be present, to stop myself from growth. The things that held me back, the toxicities, the addictions, the things that really fed the destruction of my purpose, of my will, of my life, and poisoned everyone around me. I really believe we as humans are very much like trees. We have ecosystems, and we're connected in ways that we'll never even know. And we're even breathing the same spores as trees, and part of that. And so, when we start to kill off parts of ourselves, or we don't allow parts of ourselves to grow or to die off so that we can grow. I think winter is a great time to see how trees are literally, everything's dying so that they can grow new life. And if we don't allow ourselves to do that, I believe really it's destructive. It reminds me of the great quote that, it's our lightness, not our darkness that most frightens us. So finding spaces to shine our light, I feel, is really, really important. And learning to befriend our darkness too. Not making myself wrong. Self-sabotage was an endless cycle of shame for me too. It's why I couldn't get out of it until I stopped making myself wrong for doing it. So it's one of those things that I really find is we just have to see, like, what's the behavior that we do over and over again. And it may not even belong to us. It could be pre-programmed, it could be old behaviors that no longer serve us, but we do just as a instinct to keep ourselves safe. So it's creating the awareness of what is actually moving, what are the things in our life or the actions we're taking that are moving us, I want to say, rather than the right direction, in the light direction. The ones that are moving us towards us or away from our light.
It's a mic drop right there, Ben. I think about a lot how, and I think you're dead on. When I go look at my life, and obviously many people who know me know rock bottom at 26, 350 pounds, 2 packs a day, drinking myself to sleep, 50 grand in debt, right? That is self-sabotage 101. And so many people listening and so many people who come to Unbroken Conference are going to be in that place where they're like, man, it's just every single day. It's like, I fall down, I can't get up, I'm stuck. Every single time things go well, I get in my own way. And what I'm so excited about, Ben, is that you're going to teach people how to get out of this. You're going to teach people the same things and tools that you've learned and discovered to get into your body, to get out of your own way, and ultimately to create this thing called success. Right. And I think that most people are, to your point, more scared of the light than the darkness. I often say people are more scared of success than they are failure. And what is it that people need to hold on to? If you were just give them one gem today, just an idea, just a drop about what success can do in terms of changing your life, what would that be?
Consider that you can't even see it from this vantage point because you're still trying the same things, expecting a different result. So in order to actually achieve whatever idea of success you may have, that you actually need to go create it. And for me, success is about self-care. So what are the things that are moving you towards your light, that feed your light? And are you building the ecosystems around you, people, places, things, what you put in your body, how you talk to yourself? Because, one of the greatest parts of success is, I really felt this when at the height of the Dell campaign in the early 2000s, as I was pouring drugs and alcohol in my body, but I was rising to the heights of fame. Steven Spielberg was calling my manager. I had 6 figures in my bank account. I was in my early 20s. I was balling, and I had never been more miserable in my life because none of that could fill the hole that I had inside of me that really needed to be filled with self-love, self-compassion, to crush the ideas of self, that I knew how to do it, because at some point I didn't. So some of it to me is about surrender. And I think if I could boil it down, it really is about how free do you want to be, and that pain is inevitable, suffering is optional, and we can choose our suffering time and time again, but that is a cycle. And so once we can catch ourselves, we can allow ourselves to break the cycle and really move out of this cycle of self-sabotage that's familiar and even more comfortable, as painful as it is, into more cycles of self-care, which will lead to success in ways that we can't even fathom because we wouldn't be doing it alone.
Yeah.
So as soon as I've created teams in my life and started to ask for and demand what I need and take care of myself, I've attracted greater into my life and people into my life that I just love. Everyone I work with is like family, and there's just, it's regenerative. I think that's really important to see today, especially with the world we live on, the planet we live on. How can we create more regenerative relationships? And what does success mean to you? How do you define it? And how are you going to go after it? And what are you going to put in place to hold you accountable to do that?
Hey, what's up, Unbroken Nation? We'll be right back to today's episode, but I want to take a moment and invite you to Think Unbroken Conference. That's right. Our next conference is happening right around the corner this December with amazing speakers from around the world who are leaders in personal development, trauma education, mindset, and more. All you have to do to register to watch for free, that's right, $0. Come and join us, is go to myunbrokenlife.com, register and sign up. You can get access to the free event. Watch it live with us this December. It'll be myself speaking along with amazing human beings like Anthony Trucks, Jamie Bronstein, Leslie Logan, and a special interview that I'm doing with Dr. Gabor Mate that has never before been released. So come and join us, myunbrokenlife.com. All you have to do is put in your email. We'll send you over the registration. You'll be able to come and join us, watch live. And then if you want access to the recordings, there's more information there for you to keep them forever. But in the meantime, go sign up. Block it off on your calendar. This is going to be a transformational experience that you do not want to miss. Head over to myunbrokenlife.com to register for free. Until next time, be unbroken.
I love that, Ben. And there's multiple things that come to mind that we'd go into. And I think the first and most predominant is this idea that you built a team around you. And when I go look at my life, I look at my journey to healing, to transforming my trauma into triumph. Dude, literally, I can trace back every single time I asked for help, every single time I paid for a course, every single time I paid for coaching or mentorship, every single time I invested in myself and got on a plane and went to the place and sat in the room, which is probably freezing because you know how these conference rooms are. I would just be like, man, this is what self-love is. This is what self-care is. What power has mentorship and team and guidance played in your life?
Mm. It's only what power, what has it not created for me? Really, I just got off the call today with a producer, my advisor. She's become a teammate, and her name's Becky Sheehan, and she's just phenomenal. I think, we were talking about what attracted us to each other. She came into my life right after I'd lost my father, who died a year and a half ago, and then right before my wife and I went through a miscarriage. And it was at those times that I realized I was leading a group of men in what's called Dude School, the programs that I lead for men. And then all of those men were holding me, and some of those men had miscarriages, and some of those people had been through these things. And Becky's a mom of 5 who's homeschooled every single one of her kids, and she's successful, and they're successful, and she's creative. And my wife and I have a band, and we travel the world, but still I have to remember that it's about taking care of myself. And one of the greatest, for me, the non-negotiables in self-care is not doing it alone. And teaching self-care for success and coming out of self-sabotage is allowing myself to receive the medicine, the wisdom of others, allowing myself to learn from other people, allowing myself to learn from my mistakes. And so my team is, my best friends, my assistants, my producers, my wife, my partners. And these are all people who, if I'm not doing what I love, they'll bring it up. They'll hold me accountable. If I'm swimming in my suffering, they'll tell me. We love each other with truth and honesty and compassion. And if I'm beating myself up for something, or if I'm comparing myself to someone else, they'll remind me of my greatness in a way that's very uncomfortable sometimes. That's been one of the most challenging things for me to get, because I learned early on as an actor that if I got too egotistical, that I was going to lose friends and that I was going to lose myself. If I got too self-absorbed. But the thing was, I could only get more and more self-absorbed, and I could only get more and more sad or depressed, because you can't, you can't build wealth if you don't love yourself. And
True.
What was missing was loving myself. So as soon as I started to try that journey of loving myself, and these are some of the things we're going to be teaching, how to actually shift that mindset for ourselves, shift the paradigm to actually start to go from beating ourselves up to receiving the love we need, and training those people in the universe around us, because every action has a reaction. So now my team holds me up in ways that I could have never, ever imagined through the most sad, difficult parts of my life and into some of the greatest triumphs. And people are coming out of the woodwork. I think magic's real now. I'm really owning that magic's real. But, people coming out and like, hey, I just want to do this with you. And it's like a dream course for me. Or I just want to, have you speak at this event. I've been envisioning speaking at an event like this for years to get to actually be with people all over the world now. Forget just a stage. I mean, the virtual stages is combining us in ways we never thought possible. So that's why I say I haven't even begun to see what's possible with power and where our teams and community not helping me. It's endless, because even when we're going to be there live doing this event together, and I'm going to be teaching all these principles of sabotage to self-care to success, it's all going to be from community, from you, with you, and all from the energy that each of us brings. So for me, it is constantly sourcing myself, getting grounded, and then going to see how I can be of service and what I can receive and learn from the world. And so I love to be I'm part of mastery minds and cohorts and, men's groups and whatever I can do, running podcasts and interviewing guests, just so I can get to know people and really learn from them. And I'm going to be learning from every single one of you that's stepping in the circle with us at Unbroken Con, just like I learned from every conversation I have with Michael.
It's going to be incredible, man. And, you're right about the virtual stage. It's worldwide. We have people registered in over 25 countries, man. Like, we are doing something special, world changing. People who know me know my mission is very simple: end generational trauma in my lifetime through education and information. And ultimately, that's what we're doing. That's what Unbroken Con is. You're going to learn so much from Ben and our other amazing speakers. All you have to do is go to unbrokencon.com to register. We are live December 13th. It is virtual. You don't have to get in a car, a plane, a train, or automobile. All you have to do is show up. And I teach people this all the time when they come into courses with me, when they come into coaching, group coaching, one-on-one. You have to adopt the 3 C's: community, connection, and commitment. And so, my friends, ask yourself, what are you willing to do to transform your trauma into triumph? Ben, my friend, it's been amazing spending the day with you. Make sure, everyone, you go and join us at unbrokencon.com. And until then, my friends, be unbroken. We'll see you.
See you there.
Hey, Unbroken Nation, we'll be right back to the show, but I wanted to let you know that you can grab a copy of my first book, Think Unbroken: Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma, for free. If you go to book.thinkunbroken.com, you can download the PDF ebook version of the book and get everything that I know about the baseline of healing trauma for free, downloaded to your email right now. Just go to book.thinkunbroken.com to download your copy of Think Unbroken: Understanding and Overcoming Childhood Trauma for a PDF for your phone. Again, that is book.thinkunbroken.com. Thank you so much for listening to Think Unbroken. Please share this episode with someone who could use it and help us move forward in our mission of ending generational trauma in our lifetime. And if you would, please take 5 seconds to pop on iTunes or Spotify, hit that 5-star, leave a review, and you can also reach out to us on social at Michael Unbroken or at Think Unbroken. And of course, you can check out our YouTube channel at Think Unbroken. Thank you for being a part of Unbroken Nation, my friends, and until next time, be unbroken. Hey, my friends, we will be right back to the show, but I have a question for you. Are you struggling with the impact of childhood trauma? Well, know that you're not alone. I'm here to let you know that I'm starting a brand new weekly coaching group that includes a year of live coaching, accountability, support, habit and goal setting, and more. I'm starting a waitlist for the group right now, and I'm only taking a handful of people. And I'll let you know that through this personalized coaching, we'll work together to help you understand how your childhood trauma has shaped your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, and will help you create a roadmap for healing and growth. Right now, you can schedule an absolutely free coaching session with me and get put on the wait list if you go to thinkunbroken.com. My friends, it's your time to turn your trauma into triumph, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and become the hero of your own story. And I'm here to support you in doing that. Just go to thinkunbroken.com to register for a free coaching call with me and to get put on the wait list for the brand new weekly coaching program.